Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of the day this video may find you. Thank you so much for returning to my channel. For those of you that are returning viewers and my subscribers, if you are new to the channel, welcome. Listen, people, I hope that you are having a blessed day, a blessed week, a blessed month, a blessed year. So people, listen, I like to do my introduction and to respect your time and just dive right into the video. So today I'm going to do a video on something that is a very interesting topic. Something that has a lot of truth in it, and you women can attest to this if you've been in it, somewhat of a long-term relationship. So listen, people, I wanted to address the issue about men and women and the thing that about what the men have to offer. We've had a lot of what the women bring to the table, okay? What the women bring to the table. Men are talking about that, but they're not thinking about what they are bringing to the table. What the man of today bring to the table to a relationship, okay? And in that, people, we have to think about like just what being in a relationship means today. You know, over the last, I'd say 10, 20, 30 years or so, what do relationships look like? What roles are the men playing in relationships, okay? Have there been any shift? You know, we hear a lot about the monetary things, like, you know, we all know that there is a shift definitely in the percentage of monetary responsibility that the man has taken in a marriage relationship. We have a lot of those 50-50 desirable relationships that men want, even though there's a saying that men don't care about what the women make. But when you talk to men, they're always bringing up the woman's financials, what it is that she makes, what it is that she does. But, you know, they're still saying men don't care, you know. Kevin Samuels, rest his heart. You know, he's no longer here with us, but that was a thing that he used to talk about, that men don't care what you make. You know, men have, your degrees, what you make, he doesn't care about that. But that's not what we're hearing from the men when they're speaking of what it is they want from us. Okay. So anyways, people, so in a relationship today, and I'd say the last maybe 10, 20, 30, maybe 40 years, men have shifted not just monetarily in what they're bringing to the table to relationships. They've shifted in their responsibilities, even in the home, even as being a partner. Women are actually having to do things that men used to do in the home, like while the men are out running in the streets with their friends and hanging out at their families' homes and families and friends' homes and wherever else they're hanging out. We're painting, we're fixing things in the house. Things such as fixtures, just everything, lawn care stuff that, you know, I know my ex, he would get out there and cut the grass on the riding lawnmower, but he didn't do things like ensure, like, take care of around the trees and everything, do trimming. You know, there was issues with things happening where even the painting of the home, the exterior and the interior. And my ex, one of his businesses, he actually was a painter. He knows he's a professional painter, but would not take care of his own home. So we're having to do those things. the oil changes, men of the past, I know my grandfathers and uncles and stuff, my grandmothers and aunts, they didn't have to worry about things like that. My grandfathers and uncles, they took care of that for them. They would take the vehicles, get all that done and everything. This big fuss, I know it's more expensive now about the nails and the hair and everything. My grandfather paid for that for my grandmother. She really didn't, my grandmother didn't have to work outside the home. She did some Avon and, you know, she didn't start working outside the home until her baby was, the baby was in school. Then she started working at the school, you know, after all her children were grown. So we don't have that same thing going on. My grandfathers did not mess up the house and keep the house in a clutter mess. My grandmother didn't have to walk around all day picking up things, and you know, because as soon as she tried to have her things nice, she's fixing up nice, somebody's coming right behind her messing it right back up. You know, they didn't have to deal with that. And people, I talked about this a little bit on my last video, how the thing about the cheating, you know, the consequences of that is a lot more dire than it was back, say, in our grandparents' days, you know. So, the things that men is dangling over our heads that, you know, hey, I know you want a man because, you know, we bring this to the table. Y'all don't bring to the table. And all of it that you say do bring to the table is toxic. We don't want that. Like your money, you literally, if you're going to pay the bulk of the money, or if you pay a large percent of the money, or all of the, you know, the finances, you let us know about it all the time. Like, you let us know, like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing it. If you're doing something and we have to hear about it all the time, it starts getting to the point we don't want it. We don't want it because what you're doing is, it's literally like you're making us suffer, because you're doing it. You're like mentally tormenting us because you're doing it. And you're showing us, I don't want to do this. I'm doing this, but I don't want to do it. And you're telling us, showing us you don't want to do it because you're bringing it up all the time. You're reminding us all the time that you're doing it. We don't want that. Okay? Being with you intimately. Literally, we're risking our lives. We're risking our lives to do that. So how is that attractive? How is being with you intimately attractive if we're risking our lives for it? So people, bottom line is, men have done a very, very good job at showing women they don't need them. They've done a very, very good job at showing women that what they have to bring to the table is toxicity. We know this to be true. If you talk to women after they've gotten out of these relationships, ask them how peaceful they are. Some of them, have to go through the financial stuff, you know, with you being alone and everything financially. But once you get over that little hill of dealing with about the finances and everything is so peaceful. Everything. Even during the financial stuff, everything else is peaceful. You just got to get that in, you know, in control in terms of where you can handle it yourself. But peaceful. We don't have to worry about what he's out there doing. Is he going to bring me something home? We don't have to worry about, oh, I got a man, but he's, you know, but I don't have a man. I have a man, I have a husband, but it's like I'm single. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So what I'm saying, people, is the men have done a very, very good job at showing women they don't need them. Think about the things that I just listed. If you're not doing things financially like the men used to do, and you're not doing things around the home like men used to do, and you're going out there cheating and bringing things home to us that can risk our lives, what is it that we're getting? If you are doing that, if you are doing the things monetarily, but you continuously reminding us, hey, you know I pay for this, you know I do this, you know I do this. Like, you know, my ex, I remember he used to say stuff like, you know, if I stop working, everything gonna shut down. That was one of his things. He brought that up all the time. He reminded me all the time. Like in the beginning, you know, we had this 50-50 thing, you know, I had a very, very good job at an early age, you know, I was in leadership roles, and, you know, until I was diagnosed with lupus, and that became, you know, affecting my earning ability. And when that happened, he reminded me of it all the time. I mean, all the time. I was reminded all the time that he was paying more money to our bills than I was. All the time. Anything that, say, I asked him to do around the house, he never just did it. You know, I'm not saying that, okay, I tell you do something, you better jump up and run and go do it. I'm saying it would be like months and years before we get done. Yeah, I remember I bought a faucet for the kitchen. I ordered it, and it literally sat there over 2 years before he installed it. Yes, and when he installed it, he was jealous because I liked it, because it was something that made me happy. I remember I went over to the sink, and I was looking at, I called my daughter in there to show her the different things that it did and everything. And I was smiling, showing her. And I remember looking over, and he's looking at me like, and I remember saying, wow, like, what's going on? You know, I didn't understand, like, why is he looking like that? Well, he was upset because he had did something that made me happy. So that's another thing, men. Y'all need to check yourselves. If you find yourselves feeling jealous of your woman, you're not a man. Something's going on there. Something's going on there. That is your mom inside of you. Your jealous mom or grandma that's inside of you. And you need to get rid of that. If you find yourself looking over there at your wife and you're thinking jealous thoughts about her, you need to go get you some help. Because what you're the thinking that you're thinking is like that's your jealous mom or grandmama that's inside of you, that's saying to you, she is getting good treatment, she's spoiled, she should be getting this. A man not supposed to feel like that. When a man looks over there at his woman and she's smiling and she's happy, he's supposed to feel good. He's supposed to feel really good that he did that. In the beginning, for the first 2 decades, you know, I'd say he showed that, you know, but, you know, it's a long story. I had a 35-year relationship, so you know, my video time, whatever, is too short. I mean, we can't do all of it on the video, but what I'm saying is, I remember the times that he did smile like that, but what it was, started spending a whole bunch of time around the mom and the sisters, spending time around these jealous women and other, you know, I'm sure friends and associates that was jealous. That jealous Jezebel spirit that he was hanging around was feeding off to him about me, and he was bringing it home. So listen, y'all, I'm just saying, men, you have done a really, really good job at showing women how they can get along in life without you, how we can live in life without you, because what you bring to the table is toxic. And I'm not saying 100% men, but y'all know this is a wide thing now. This is a big thing now. Yes, I'd say over the last 20, 30, 40 years, this is the new trend for men. And it's because men weren't in the home. It's a lot of, you go back, a lot of men within this range here growing up, say the last 50, 60 years, there were way less homes that had moms and dads in them. Yep. And that is the number one thing there that's going on. And the relationship with God. That toxic mom, hurt mom, is their God. And it shows in how they live, how they present themselves. Anyways, people, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope it's something that is helpful to you. Listen, like the video if you feel like this is something that others can benefit from, because it does help the YouTube put out the video so others would be able to get access to it. So if you feel like this is something that can benefit others, you know, you can click the like button to help someone else out. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you feel like my videos is something that is helpful to you. Anyways, people, I love you, I love you, I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.